Hey everyone, and welcome back. I've got to tell you, I've been bursting with excitement all week, just itching to share this with you. For most of my life, I thought I knew Jesus. I grew up in the church, I listened to every sermon, and I read my Bible. I thought I had it all figured out. But a while back, I stumbled upon a little something in the Gospels that just stopped me dead in my tracks. It was like finding a secret little doorway in a house I thought I'd lived in my whole life. And once I stepped through it, everything, absolutely everything, changed. I was deep into my study, just a regular Tuesday night, poring over the book of Matthew. We've all read the parables, right? The sower, the mustard seed, the wheat and the weeds. We hear them in Sunday school, and they're beautiful, full of wisdom. But then, I came to this one passage in Matthew 13, and it hit me like a ton of bricks. The disciples, they come to Jesus and they ask him, "Why do you speak to them in parables?" And his answer, it just blew my mind. He says, "To you it has been given to know the secrets of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it has not been given." Whoa, hang on a second. To you it has been given to know the secrets, but to them it has not been given. My whole life, I'd been taught that Jesus' teachings were for everyone. A public message delivered from the mountaintops. And they were, don't get me wrong. But here, in this quiet, almost whispered moment, Jesus himself draws a line in the sand. There was a public teaching, and then there was a private one. A teaching for the crowds, and a teaching for the inner circle. It's like Jesus had two faces, the public teacher and the private initiator. And for the very first time, I realized I'd only ever been looking at one of them. What a discovery. This wasn't just some academic point. It felt deeply, profoundly personal. It was like I just found out I was invited to an exclusive meeting I never knew existed. And I started to wonder, if Jesus taught secrets to his inner circle, what were they? What truths were so powerful, so dangerous, that they could only be whispered behind closed doors? What was it about these 12 souls that made them ready for a level of truth that the masses couldn't handle? It wasn't because they were perfect, mind you. They were fishermen, tax collectors, a bunch of flawed, broken people, just like you and me. And that's where the real excitement began for me. I felt this incredible surge of faith, not just in Jesus, but in a deeper, richer understanding of what he was here to do. It was no longer about just following a set of rules or believing in a distant heavenly king. It was about something more intimate, something that was hidden from the world, but was always meant to be discovered by those with hungry hearts. I got this huge grin on my face, and I just knew I had to share this with you. This isn't a new gospel. It's the original one, seen through a new lens, and it is a breathtaking sight. So if you're finding yourself leaning in, feeling that little spark of curiosity, I have a feeling you're ready for this journey too. Because this is the path for those of us who have always felt like there's more to the story, more to Jesus, more to us. It's the path for the seekers, the questioners, the ones who have always felt a little like a stranger in every church they've ever stepped foot in. We are on this road together. Before we go any further, I just want to encourage you to hit that subscribe button. It's our way of saying, I'm here. I'm ready. I want to be a part of this community. Because what we're about to uncover next is going to challenge everything you thought you knew about where divine power actually lives. It's a truth so earth-shattering that it was never meant for public ears, a secret that could have gotten Jesus crucified on the spot. You won't want to miss it. All right, let's dive deeper. We've established that Jesus had two sets of teachings, the public parables for the masses and the private revelations for his inner circle. And believe me, the difference between the two is staggering. It's like listening to an overview of a story versus actually being a part of it. Now, what was the first secret he shared with that small hand-picked group? The first, most explosive piece of wisdom that would have shattered the entire religious establishment of his day? It's a moment that takes place in Luke 17, and it's so easy to miss, buried right there in the text. You know the story. The Pharisees are asking Jesus when the kingdom of God is going to come. And he says, "The kingdom of God is not coming in ways that can be observed, nor will they say, 'Look, here it is,' or 'There it is.' For behold, the kingdom of God is in the midst of you." Now, In our modern Bibles, that's often translated as within you or among you. It's a beautiful poetic idea, but let me tell you, it's missing the punch. The original Aramaic word he used, malkutha, doesn't just mean kingdom. It means sovereign power, reign, rulership. My goodness. When Jesus whispered to his inner circle, "The kingdom of heaven is within you," he wasn't talking about a feeling or a future state. He was telling them, divine consciousness reigns within you right now. You have sovereign power over your reality right now. You can access infinite creative force right now. Can you believe that? He wasn't telling them to wait for some distant future kingdom. He was telling them to access the one they were already standing in, the one living inside of them. This wasn't a promise for later. It was an invitation for now. This is why the religious leaders wanted him silenced. Not because he claimed to be divine, but because he taught that everyone could access divine consciousness directly without needing a priest, a temple, or an institution to stand between them and God. It was a complete and total revolution. This understanding also sheds a brilliant light on the story of the temple. You remember when he says, "Destroy this temple, and in 3 days I will raise it again"? The crowds thought he was talking about Herod's temple, this magnificent, awe-inspiring structure. The disciples were confused too. But the Bible tells us he was speaking of the temple of his body. And here's the kicker. The secret he shared with his inner circle. He wasn't just talking about his body. He was talking about yours. He was revealing that your flesh and blood body, this sinful vessel that religion has so often taught us to distrust, is actually the most sacred space in the entire cosmos. More holy than any cathedral, more divine than any shrine. Your body isn't a prison for your soul. It's the very vessel through which divine consciousness chooses to experience itself. Every cell, every breath, every heartbeat is a testament to the divine presence living within you. This teaching was so dangerous because it completely dismantled the spiritual hierarchy. If every human is a walking, breathing temple, then what need is there for religious monopolies? If matter itself is sacred, the entire framework of seeking salvation from the physical world collapses. Jesus wasn't teaching an escape from the body. He was teaching a transfiguration through the body. He was showing them how to merge heaven and earth within their very cells. Wow. If this is resonating with you, if you're feeling that spark of recognition, I want to invite you to do something. Hit the like button. Every single like is a vote, a signal to the world that this kind of message is needed. It's our way of telling the algorithms that we're hungry for the truth that Jesus only taught in private. It's our way of passing the flame to other awakening souls who are ready to hear it. And if you're feeling it, if you're ready to fully step onto this path, subscribe to the channel. Let's do this together. And if you get a result from this, please come back and share your testimony. This is the path of direct access, of gnosis, of direct knowing. Not faith, not belief, but an immediate experiential knowledge of your true nature. We don't need to be saved because we were never truly lost. We don't need forgiveness from an external God because we and that God are one indivisible consciousness. That's what Jesus died to remind us of. This is the ultimate heresy and the ultimate truth. You are divine consciousness experiencing itself through a beautiful human form. And that, my friends, is just the beginning. The deepest secret is still to come. My friends, if you've been with me through this entire journey, you're not the same person who hit play on this video. That version of you has died, and the one who remains is a little more awakened, a little more filled with the truth that Jesus kept for his inner circle. We've talked about the kingdom of God within you and your body as a living temple. Now, let's bring it all together with the final secret, the ultimate prophecy that changes everything about why you're really here. It's the truth behind the mystery of resurrection. When Jesus declared publicly, "I am the resurrection and the life," the crowds understood it as a promise for him alone, a miracle that proved his divinity. But in private, to the disciples gathered in that hidden chamber, he revealed what he truly meant. He wasn't saying that he uniquely possessed these qualities. He was showing them that he had fully activated the resurrection consciousness that sleeps within every human soul. Resurrection, he taught them, isn't something that happens after death. It's the awakening of your light body while you're still breathing in the flesh. It's matter vibrating at such a high frequency that it becomes translucent to spirit. This is what allowed him to walk on water, to multiply loaves and fishes, to appear and disappear at will. It wasn't supernatural magic. It was a natural expression of consciousness operating from its true frequency. What an incredible realization. And then came the most powerful, most liberating truth of all. The prophecy that would have been the final straw for any religious authority. Jesus wasn't here to create worshipers. He was here to awaken Christs. He didn't want followers, he wanted equals. He wanted friends. He told his inner circle, I no longer call you servants. I have called you friends. And then he added the most profound statement. For everything that I learned from my Father, I have made known to you. Friends, equals, co-creators. My goodness, this wasn't about worshiping the light. It was about remembering that you are the light. The same consciousness that expressed through Jesus now expresses through you. And this brings us to the ultimate hidden prophecy. We are not waiting for the second coming. We are the second coming. Not a single individual descending from the clouds, but Christ consciousness awakening within millions of souls across this planet, simultaneously, right now. The age of seeking external salvation is ending. The age of embodying your own divinity has begun. You are the ones you've been waiting for. The Christ is being born again in you and through you. This isn't just a feel-good message. It is a sacred, eternal truth that Jesus died to share with those who had ears to hear it. It is the legacy he left for us, the flame that has been guarded and passed down through the hidden ones for 2 millennia. And it is now ready to burn brightly in your soul. I hope that this journey has been as meaningful for you as it has been for me. The path doesn't end here. It begins here. It is a sacred vow, a declaration that you will continue to walk in this truth, to shine this light, and to remember who you truly are. If you felt that flame stir within you today, then know this. You are a part of the awakening. You are the hope of the world. And you, my friend, you are finally home. Welcome to your true identity.